It's time to welcome the Wine Ladies with Georgia and Suzanne. An entertaining hour topped up with great ideas about wine, where to dine, anything and everything to do with the vine. Great conversation, lots of laughter, guests from all walks of life, food and wine, music, art, sports, and much more, all on the Wine Ladies.
It's us, the Wine Ladies. I'm Georgia.
And I'm Suzanne, and welcome everyone today to One Sip at a Time with the Wine Ladies. We are live here today on thatchannel.com.
And to all our friends and fans on Facebook, on Twitter, and thewineladies.com, thank you for following and also for sending in all your questions and comments.
Now, today we're going to be talking about a fantastic region and the most powerful family-owned winery in Australia, and also I think it's the 5th largest winery in the world.
Now what could we be talking about? A phenomenon indeed. Now this wine or this brand has been pleasing palates, millions of palates around the world coming from over 40 countries, and all of this, I must say, in a very brief time span.
Now, of course, before we start the show, Georgia, we always like to toast our viewers and our listeners out there. So let's raise our glasses.
Absolutely.
And cheers, everybody, to a fantastic show.
Cheers. Now, it is no small coincidence that what we are toasting with in our glasses is actually the #1 exported brand from down under, I should say, and that could be none other than Yellowtail. Everybody knows Yellowtail, and we are toasting with the Shiraz 2009. Cheers, everybody.
Now, we just got back from a fabulous luncheon and wine tasting featuring the Yellowtail wine and, of course, the Yellowtail Reserve wine, which is not yet available here in our province of Ontario, but hopefully we can change that. And we've got the winemaker and general manager himself here with us today, John Casella. He's a second-generation winemaker all the way from Australia. Welcome, John, to the Wine Ladies One Sip at a Time.
Pleasure to be here.
Nice to see you, John. Now, also joining us, we have Javier Santos, and Javier is the sales and marketing manager for Yellowtail in Canada. So nice to see you, Javier, again.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. So what have you been doing in the last hour? That was a wonderful luncheon today that we had, and it was very interesting. Yellowtail is even bigger than I thought it was.
Well, it's available in 40 countries, and we produce something like well over 11 million cases, of which 700,000 or so actually consumed here in Canada.
And we just heard, Javier just told us a statistic that we thought, wow, like that is quite something. What was that, Javier, comparing the consumption of Yellowtail?
Yeah, to the province of Ontario. So the entire wine that is consumed and enjoyed in Ontario for a year is exactly the same amount as Yellowtail produces in 1 year. Of course, we sell in many different countries. Yeah. That just gives you the perspective of the size of the brand.
It's unreal. So maybe we could talk about, I know we want to get into the history, the family history of and how the company started, but maybe you can tell us, John, what do you attribute this huge success to the Yellowtail brand?
Look, I think it's value for money wine. It's fun, easy drinking wine. We've kept it consistent from the first bottle to the 100 millionth bottle. It's always been the same. We've kept the quality, and where we've been able to, we've actually increased the quality. So that's been so important in building a brand, is that you maintain that consumer loyalty by respecting them and giving them the best possible product.
So if you drink Yellowtail in England, or if you drink it in Canada or in Australia, it's the same.
It's styled the same, and it's exactly the same blend.
Only the labels are different.
Slightly different.
Now, I understand there are 13 different Yellowtail wines out there now on the market.
That's
all
right.
Different 13 varietals, I guess.
Yes.
And are any of them blends, or are they all straight varietals?
We have some blends, especially on the reds. So we have some Cabernet Shiraz. We have some Cabernet Merlot. But most of our sales are from straight varietals, so the Shiraz and the Chardonnay are best-selling ones.
Yeah. Okay. And I think, John, you had a really interesting story about the name Yellowtail, how you came up with it, and then maybe you can also tell us, like, why Yellowtail? What does that mean?
Okay. Well, Yellowtail is a yellow-footed rock wallaby, and it's known colloquially as Yellowtail. So that's the relationship between the name and the kangaroo. The Yellowtail label itself was an off-the-shelf product that we bought some 10 years ago.
So it already existed, but nobody knew Yellowtail before.
No,
it wasn't a wine label. No, it wasn't.
It was a wine label,
It
but
was a wine
it
label.
wasn't used as a wine label, so it became available. A graphic artist created it, and we bought it from that graphic artist.
Okay. Wow. And well, you've really done amazing things, I have to say. It's unbelievable. So we had a chance to taste now the reserve wines. Susanne had mentioned that they're available almost everywhere.
Everywhere in North America but Ontario so far.
Exactly. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the distinctions between the regular, I guess, yellowtail, and then the reserve wines.
Okay. Well, the intention is always to sort of keep that true yellowtail wine style. That's freshness, fruitiness. So what we did was selected fruit from different regions that sort of have a little more fruit, and we backed that up with oak. So with yellowtail, the fruit source is a little bit, the areas are a bit warmer. We do use some cool area in the standard yellowtail, but for the reserve, it's a matter of selecting out parcels of richer fruit,
Okay.
keeping that fruit and backing that up with some oak maturation, which sort of gives it oak character and some complexity, but always staying true to the yellowtail style of just that fresh fruitiness rather than the aged characteristics of barrel development.
Well, as I was saying earlier during the luncheon, that whatever party you seem to go to, there always appears to be at least 1 or 2 or even 3 bottles of yellowtail in someone's kitchen waiting to be consumed, especially that Shiraz. That Shiraz seems to be super, super popular. Is that the most popular varietal that you have, or?
In Canada, I believe so. In the USA, it's Chardonnay and Shiraz, and they're virtually neck and neck. They're very close in volume.
Ah, okay. And I wonder, actually, maybe Javier, you know this, what is the difference between white wine consumption and red wine consumption, like maybe in relation to yellowtail or your other wines as well? Have you noticed a shift? Did we used to drink more white and now we're drinking more red?
Well, it changes with the season. So in the summer, people tend to drink more white wine, obviously, because it's more appealing for the patio season, for warmer weather. In general, depending on the province, it's like 55% red wine, up to, in some provinces, even 75% of Australian wine is red.
Wow, is that in Quebec?
It's in Quebec, yeah. So it's mostly
the French,
red
they
wine.
like the red.
Yeah, they like the red wine. We haven't really seen an increase in white versus red. I think what happens is that consumers take fashion of one of the varietals. For example, like Pinot Grigio is very fashionable right now, or Malbec in the reds, and that sometimes skews things for a little while. But in general, we don't see major trends of white versus red.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you probably see trends within the red and the white, but not a big trend away from one or the other.
Oh, so like from a Chardonnay to
To
Pinot
a
Grigio.
Pinot Grigio or a Sauvignon
Exactly.
Blanc.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Pinot Grigio has been huge, enjoying tremendous growth over the last couple of years. This year again, and also in BC across the country, that's been a very powerful grape. I don't know if it's the same in Australia or...
Australia and the USA and even the UK.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And I think it's just one of those wines a little friendlier to drink, and it's not overpowering, a little more neutral. And when it's chilled, it's actually quite crisp and clean, and as a pre-dinner drink or even as a dinner drink, it doesn't impose on your food.
Right.
All right, we're going to go to our first break. You're listening to the Wine Ladies here on thatchannel.com. And just a quick reminder, tomorrow, November 11th, is the Wine Ladies Holiday Special in support of the United Way. So I guess we're pretty well sold out, though.
I think so, yes.
We are going to have a fantastic time, but we are going to be doing another event in February. So make sure you keep checking on thewineladies.com for our next upcoming event. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Looking for a new career?
Reds, greens, yellows.
Learn from true chefs.
I don't only consider myself a chef, I consider myself an artist.
Fast track your training. Get your diploma at Liaison College.
It's about finding that perfect combination of ingredients.
Do half days.
It's the aroma, the taste.
Get government assistance. Get job placement.
It's great to belong to a place that actually cares.
Check us out.
That's why we're the #1 culinary college in Ontario.
Liaison College. Call now toll-free for a campus near you.
Hey, Georgia. Hey, Suzanne. Welcome to Girls' Night Out. Did you remember the wine?
Of course. After all, we're the wine ladies.
We're in the kitchen. So what wine did you bring?
Well, for our Girls' Night Out, we brought Girls' Night Out. I brought the Chardonnay. I brought the Merlot.
Well, my guy bought me this.
Too funny, the Rosé. Well, let the party begin.
Girls Night Out Wines. Hugely popular VQA wines best enjoyed with friends. Available at the LCBO and other fine retail locations. For more information, go to girlsnightoutwines.com. InBeauty Med Spa is constantly researching the latest innovations from around the world and bringing them home to you. It's a wonderful meeting of Eastern philosophies of skin and body care with exciting and innovative Western technology. All the InBeauty Med Spa health and wellness programs are medically supervised. A physician and dietitian are also available for client consultations. InBeauty Med Spa. Inspire the nature of beauty. Visit inbeautyspa.com.
Hey, Suzanne, it's the only machine that I need.
I know, it's a great workout in just a fraction of the time.
It made me get excited about workouts again.
T-Zone Vibration is making people sit up and take notice. Employing the newest technology and fitness equipment, T-Zone Vibration gives you an hour workout in just 10 minutes.
Try it. Believe it. You'll want to bring one home.
T-Zone Vibration.
Call 905-483-8676. T-Zone Vibration, 905-483-8676.